Hello everyone, GM. I'm Nick from the Solana Foundation DevRel team, and welcome to the Changelog. Today we've got Jonas and John here with me as well. How you guys doing?
Great, hey everybody. How are you?
I'm doing well. What's on the docket for this week, Jonas?
There is a bunch of cool things this time. So the first one we picked here is transaction subscribe will come to PubSub. And what this means, I used it a few times for games already. So Triton has a new socket implementation called whirligig, which lets you subscribe to certain accounts and transactions. But what whirligig does is that you get updates on your accounts mid-block. So as soon as it's processed by the validator or the RPC you're connected to, you will immediately get the results. And there's also some other performance improvements that they do is they have, like, for example, a staked validator in the same data center as your RPC client. And then you get the responses like really fast. This is especially useful for games or fast trading or stuff like that. So I think this is really cool. And yeah, now you will not be like, you don't have to use Triton anymore to get this feature. But how it looks like from this proposal here is that this will directly go into PubSub, and then you can like use it with all validators.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. There's a lot of different work efforts going on to really improve the RPC and interfaces and whatnot, making it so people can get data a lot faster, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, it's really cool. And what is this about?
Yeah, there was some of the commits for this week. This one's actually on the token CLI, so it makes it so you can actually confidential transfer style with token 22 using the token CLI. So if you have the Solana CLI suite installed on your computer, this would actually allow you to actually use token 22 via the CLI, which is cool.
Oh, really cool. So how I understand it is that token transfer, the confidential transfers are an extension to the token mint, right? So that's why you need to enable it with this flag here when you create the token. So I think that's how it works. So yeah, this is really cool. Confidential transfers are nice. So you don't, like, you're hiding basically the amount of the token you're transferring, but you're still keeping, like, it's not anonymous per se, but the amounts are hidden.
That's the amounts are hidden, but the sender and receiver are known. So it's confidential, but not anonymous.
Yeah, nice. And then there's a nice new developer course, right, John?
Yeah. For this week's resources of the week, the Sol Dev course got updated with a few extra modules. So if you'd like to learn more about program architecture, oracles and oracle networks, VRFs, and compressed NFTs, you can go to the Sol Dev course and scroll all the way to the bottom. Thanks to James and the Unbox team for the new modules. And then additionally, if you'd like to learn more about the basics of how cryptography works, Helios has also released a recent article called Cryptography Tools 101 for you to check out.
Nice. So hash functions and Merkle trees explained. Merkle trees are very important for compressed NFTs, for example.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah. Without them, that wouldn't be possible.
Take a read through it. It's pretty good. It talks about like how Merkle trees actually work and like the hashing mechanisms that go behind them. So it's very important to understand those when you're trying to do a lot of stuff with compressed NFTs.
Yeah, so it's a really nice article. If you're writing articles as well and you want to appear in the changelog, you can just like ping us, and then you can also be in our changelog.
Yeah, absolutely. Please send them our way if you're writing good articles or if you see them in the ecosystem. Tag at Solana Devs on Twitter, or each of us individually too. That works. Let's move on to some of these commits. What you got? Any commits you thought were interesting, Jonas?
Yeah. So this one, for example, now you can export all your stake and vote account data directly as CSV. So that's a nice feature. If you're running a validator, you can just export them into the Excel format. Then we have this one is very interesting. I'm not 100% sure what it does, but it adds a syscall, so it makes a certain call way faster, which interacts with the alt BN128 curve, which is some kind of an Ethereum curve, if I understand this right.
Mm-hmm.
And these syscalls are really nice. Like last week, for example, you saw that the Poseidon hashes are now much easier to compute because they now have a syscall. And this is another one of these syscalls, which makes like some certain instructions way cheaper to execute on the validators. Do you know a bit more about this, Nick?
Yeah, from my understanding, it's setting some of the groundwork that'll allow the Solana blockchain to actually validate Ethereum-based wallet signatures natively within the blockchain itself. There's a whole bunch of work that's going into it. This is just one of the pieces, but that's the general goal, from my understanding, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. And then we have here the separate vote costs. So this, how I understood it, is makes just some variables static, which makes it simpler to calculate the fees for vote transactions. And then, yeah, here, this is the EIP from Ethereum, which shows this curve, which now has a syscall. And then we have another deepen example, which shows you how you can use helium LoRaWAN sensors and directly connect them to the Solana blockchain. So if you're interested into deepen things, then check this out. You can find it in Solana Developers. And then we still have Hyperdrive running, Nick, right?
Yeah, we do. Hyperdrive is, it's still got a couple of weeks left in it, and office hours for Hyperdrive as well. So if you're thinking about submitting a project, please do. Don't forget to check out solana.com/hyperdrive. You can find all the details about prizes, awards, and the rules about the hackathon itself. And then DevRel is actually still hosting office hours, and we'll soon start having pitch practice and demo practice in the Hyperdrive Discord. So stop on by, get some practice pitching your project and getting some feedback on your demo pitch and your application.
Yeah, come to the office hours. It's every Tuesday and Thursday. It's a great chance to get help or show off your project to other people, get some feedback.
Yep. The events are actually listed on the Solana community events page, and then to solana.com/events. You can also find all the other community events that are going on, from in-person events, virtual workshops, to a bunch of different stuff like that. So check it out, find some cool events. And if you're hosting any events, or if you know anyone that is, don't forget to share them.
All right. See you guys next week.
All right. Have a good one.